1 minute, we're going to get back together to see what it is that we know about our root words and what it is that we are going to learn. Make sure you've finished up Socratic. You can leave them on your desk, and then we're going to review together. Yeah? Wrong in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How many of us already know what was a root word? How many of you felt confused? What is a root word? Okay, let's review together. What is it that we know? And what do we need to learn? So here, we have some people say they don't know. Maybe it's a word that you can change. Maybe it's the first word. Maybe it's a combination. So I can tell you that the majority, just from looking at this, the majority of us are going to learn a lot. We are going to learn a lot in this hour of English. Right, tap, what do we do? Port means to carry. This is a root word. Rough means majority of us knew, but we can see that still some of us need some practice. Form means let's see how we did. 75% of us, so 3/4 of us, which means how many kids? 3/4 of 16. 12 of us knew what this meant. Struct. Let's check, Wyatt. Let's just check. To build. 81% of us. Scribe or scrib or scribe. What does it mean? Now, hang on. How many of you were able to figure out what this meant based off of one word that we use in Spanish all of the time? Stand up if that was you. If you were able to figure it out because of one word that we use in Spanish. Connor, what's that word? Escribir. Muy bien. Yep. It means to write. And describe. Okay. Louis. Say here, please. Alright, let's go. Why is it important to understand root words? Don't know. For the future? Yup, that's true. For the future. Because you'll use them a lot in your life. Well, the first thing that we need to know before we even can know why it's important to know them, we need to know what. What do we need to know? Raise your hand if you know what it is that we need to know in order before being able to say why they're important. What do we even need to know? Turn and whisper it to your neighbor. clap once. You can hear my voice, clap twice. Give me 5. Louis, what do we need to know before we can even answer the why? But before we can answer why they're important, what is it that we need to know? Perfect. Let's read our objective together. I want to know what is a root word. I want to know why words are important. Great. So, first things first, what you are going to do, you are going to work in, where did I put those? You're going to work in teams of 4 to do a couple different things today. I can't remember where I set those down. You're there. So in this envelope, and you're only going to have maybe 5 minutes, maybe 7. We're going to have to gauge our time, see how things are going. Inside these envelopes, each group has, I think, 20 different words. You have to look at the words and you have to put them in categories. That is the only hint I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you any more hints about about how to put them in categories. You guys all have brains, you're all problem solvers, so you all have to work together and figure it out. Groups, Jack, Henry, Connor, Jenna. And we're going to put you guys right here by the door. Get going. Julia, Peyton, Owen, Elliot. You guys can go over there.
Okay.
Wyatt, Diego, Kate, Maya.
How about we just do it on a desk?
Al.
How about we do it over there?
Elliot.
You said we have to do it around here, around the corner. What's that?
Okay. And Brianna, Sophie, James, Louie.
So let's jump. I need a water brush. Over here. Wait, what are the categories? Superstructure. We need the categories. Oh no. Here, wait. Categories. Oh no. We have to make our own categories.
Elliot, your group is over there.
How about we just like
with
have
Ellen
Elliot?
and Kate.
This was our checking group.
Yep, guys, come here. Sit right here.
We need help. This was our checking group, remember? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, so I think superstructure would be to build. So there's one probably that's to build. And then airport. You build an airport, but I mean it's not going to be in your own. So that's a good job. I know that. Construct. What is construct? Yeah. So the right school, there's school, work, and no, to build. It's like the words on the test. I mean on the crowd.
So you need to put these into categories. So there's something special about all these words, and you need to put them in categories.
I know. Interrupted would be another category. Because that'd be like.
Just look at all the words. Take a look at all the words. And I need to see and hear all voices working together.
Formula. Formula is like a thing that you can use, or you can make for a baby. Yes, exactly. Okay, how many words do you have? I bet you we have
That's what stupid games.
Okay, it's not
Maybe an import. Maybe we should just describe.
Oh, import. Airport. Report. Yeah. Ported. Okay, we got it. Ported is a category. We need and report. We're using our desk, okay? We're on sports.
It's not opposites. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not opposites. Look very closely inside the word.
Okay, put those things higher. Okay.
Very closely inside the word. Very closely inside the word. You have about 3 minutes left.
And EB.
Yeah? What did you figure out about these?
EB. These have look. EB and
No, port.
these have EB.
Elliot, what did you figure out about these?
This is
Port.
No way. No, it cannot be that way.
Yes, it does.
Are you sure? I am noticing some awesome problem solvers. I noticed teams working together very well.
This is a
What did you guys figure out?
RM. RM, look. RM. Hero. Okay. Instruction. Oh no, I need all the TI.
So here's a hint. Only 4 groups. You should only have 4 groups. You should only have 4 groups. That's your hint. 4 groups. 4 groups. So all these words can fit into 4 different groups. You should have 4 groups. 4 groups. That's your thing. You guys finished? You're going to get 4 groups. You got 4 groups. 4 different groups. 1 minute to finish up. Elliot. Come over here, buddy. 4 different groups. That's the thing. So the position
That's what I'm saying. You organize them from court. Everything that ends in court, if they have to organize them.
You have 4 groups. You guys have about 30 seconds to finish up.
Yeah, we did that. No.
One whole group. 30
30
seconds to finish up. 30 seconds. No.
Okay. Oh wait, we have 5. 4. Or the opposite. Oh,
Heart. At the rug. In 10, 9,
ruined it.
8. You can leave your categories right where they are. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, Luke, remember? Everybody, let's look at our compromisos. So think about which expectativa, which promise that you're going to work on right now during English class. For your own self. Think about which one that you need to really work on. Place for yourselves a 4x4 Nino Nino. What is, before we even talk about root words specifically, what do we remember about a prefix? What happens with a prefix? What does a prefix do?
It goes on the start of the word.
Perfect.
The beginning to
What does a suffix do? That's the case.
it goes at the end of the word.
Great. Now, what did you guys notice about the categories that you were doing? The words and how you were categorizing them. Lou? Why did I notice that you're raising your hand? Okay, so right now we're answering the question, what did you notice about the categories? Was there anything else that your teams did to categorize it? Kate? Okay, we're going to dig deeper.
It's like a main word that's like inside every single one of them.
So that's how you categorized it, sir?
Yeah.
So
Like
give us an example of
like
a couple words that were in
we
the
had
same category.
erupt and disrupt and something like that, and we put rupt in it, and we found rupt out of all of them.
Nice work, team. Now, this crazy jumping up and down, jumping out of Smarty says a root is the basic part of a word that gives the word its meaning. Without the root word, we don't know what the word means. We have them in English, and Louis, we have them in Spanish. Question, Louis? What a nice example. Here you have the root word change. You add that suffix es, or you add the suffix s, and it becomes changes. And here's just the singular change. So we've learned about prefix, we've learned about suffix, and now our goal is to know what is a root word and why it's important. Good readers, let's read this together. Good readers determine the meanings of familiar words so that they can better understand what they read. You need to understand what a root word is and how to find it, because that's going to make you a better reader. The why behind root words are important is because it's going to help you when you find a funny word in your story and you don't know what it means. look very closely and you will find the root word. And if you know what the root word means, you're going to be able to come up with a meaning. That's called using context. Now, we want to know, what is your idea? These are all some root words. You guys already saw the root word rupt. You already saw the root word scribe, the root word form, the root word port. You did not see the root word yet, tract. The majority of root words, the root words I want to focus on with you today come actually from the languages of Greek and the languages of Latin. I remember this fall when you were taking your NWEA test and you looked at me and you said, "Senora Reynolds, is this like a Greek test? Because this is Greek here." Do you remember when you said that? That was because you were seeing a root word. You don't. And that's why we need to learn what are the root words, because that is going to help you move forward in your reading and understand what do things mean. Okay, Jack, go. Tract. Now, Jack, tell us a word that has the word tract in it.
I'm using a tractor beam.
A tractor pulls something. Have you ever gone to a tractor pull, actually? There's this city in Minnesota called Nowthen, and you go to this, it's actually called Nowthen Threshing Show, and they have tons and tons of tractor pulls, and you watch all these guys on different types of tractors try and pull these huge loads behind them. Sometimes the tractors go up like this, like the front tires come off the ground. So tract helps us know that you're drawing or pulling. The word subtract in English that we use for math, sub means under, and tract means to pull. So you're pulling out from under that number. You're pulling part of that number out of it. So that's what you do when you subtract. You pull out some of that number. Louis, dame los palitos. Please give me those. Yep. We're only gonna do this for about 5 more minutes because you guys have a big project ahead of you. To show what is a root word and why root words are important. Connor, do the second one. Give us a word that has form in it. The root word form.
Formula.
Good. Tell us a word.
Airport.
Julia. A word in English, not our Spanish word.
Subscribe.
Good. Sophie.
I know how are you gonna do that? How are you gonna do that? See, how are you gonna do that? It's so difficult. She's unbelievable. Sophie!
Sophie, give us the word that has erupt in it.
Erupts.
Great. One more way to practice. Here are some more root words. Now, the important thing to remember when when you're looking at a Greek or Latin word, they cannot be words by themselves. What we're doing is grammar. Did you guys know that? Oh. This is grammar, intermixed with reading. Because when you know this part of English, you're going to become a better reader. These words by themselves. Now, number, that is a word by itself. But this is like a base word. But spec by itself is not. Struct, speci, flex is. The species, yep. The majority of the words that we see are not words by themselves. Take a look at your root words. Owen, make a decision. Oh wow, that was difficult. Give us a word that has that in it. What is one thing? Numbering. Good. Yep. All right. Louis, you already did it. James. Give us a word with flex in it.
Flexing.
Sure. Let's all see you flex those muscles. See how the word flex, it means to bend or curve. And Henry, see how you're bending your arm? But that's why we call it flex. Flex and show your muscles. Because it comes, this root word, James, means to bend or curve. Wyatt.
I'm gonna construct this airport.
Kate. Give us a word.
Special.
Good. Nice. Very well done, Kate. Special. Add an AL to that, and you have the word special, and that means a particular type or kind. You are all very special to me because you're all very particular. You're all a different type of person. Senora Reynolds. Okay, fine. I'll be nice and give my turn to somebody else. Peyton.
$1 million. Will she do it? She would do the impossible. Do it.
But sure, she did part of the impossible. But now for the $2 million question.
$2 million question. $1 million arm.
Audience is silent in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spectacular.
Do any of you wear spectacles? Do you know where my spectacles are? Ah, Jenna and Maya have my spectacles. To see or to watch. Let's check our work. Oh, we are so great at problem solving. We are like detectives. Now, for the incredible way to show me that you understand what are root words and why they're important, you have a design challenge. Take a moment, read it in your head. or we can do our design challenge. I forgot one very important part about learning new vocabulary. What is it that we do when we learn new vocabulary? What do we have to do a lot of the time? That, but what is one thing that we do all of the time?
Practice.
How do we practice?
We practice the words that we know.
Julia is correct. We have to come up with an action to remember what is a root word because that's our goal. We want to know what is a root word. And we need to know why root words are important. Take a moment, think about an action in your head. Diego, what's your idea for a root word? It's got to be an action, remember. Okay, so how does that remind us what is a root word if we're running? So the action is going to be building something? Think about it. Peyton. And why do you do this? What? Okay, say it louder, please. It's like a root going into the soil. Remember that all trees, all plants have roots. Without the roots, they can't live. They can't be bigger. They can't grow. So just like words, if we don't have a root word, we cannot grow. We cannot be bigger. So we're going to use Peyton's action. Stand up, please. You need to make an action of a root of a tree. It does not need to be exactly like Peyton's, but it does need to be an action for the root of a tree or a plant. Practice. Go. I see Jack's doing something different. Jack, what are you doing? Oh, yeah. Now, say root word with your action. Can we be a little bit more enthusiastic, please? Centauros. Your goal. We're going to see. Now, we might not have time to finish this. I'm going to gauge the time. Gauge means I'm going to watch the clock and see how the teams are doing, how well things are going. We might not have time to finish designing our game today. Maybe we won't have time. Maybe some teams will finish early. If they finish early, they can go back and take their Socratic quiz again to show if we know what is a root word, to know why root words are important. We may not finish because we have to be at PE in 25 minutes. So your goal is that in teams of 4, design a game that can be played by others to learn and practice root words. James? You will have 15 minutes, but maybe more time. I'm just going to see how things are going, and I'll check in with the teams, okay? Use whatever classroom materials that you need, and you will teach your game to another team. Most likely, tomorrow, if we have to finish it up, you guys will teach the game to another team. Is that clear?
Yes.
So, your goal in all of this is to design a game to practice root words. Collaborate, work well together. What are some things that you are going to do to work well as a team? What does it look like, sound like, and feel like? Because we are not all going to agree. We're all going to have different ideas. So how is it that we are going to fix it and work together? Louie.
It's where you can vote on the topic and how you're going to make the game.
There's an idea.
You have to feel like you have to participate.
Another idea.
Everyone should take part. Like, everyone should decide.
So it looks like everybody's participating. It sounds like everybody's giving their ideas. How does it feel?
Well, basically, you can combine all your ideas together, and it should feel like you're helping others and you're not putting them down.
Good. Yep. Owen, did you have an idea to share? Okay. Stand up. So, I'm going to... I already have the teams, but Brianna, remind us what to do if your team finishes early. What is it that you're supposed to do?
Take this off.
Go back. Now, everybody at about 10 to, at about 10 to, at 7 to, everybody's going to take Socrative. So we really only have about 12 minutes right now to work on this, so we are going to have to finish it tomorrow, I believe.
Can we just do that
You're still redoing it, because we're still showing what is it that we know and what is it that we learned. Yes,
Can we
Louis?
do this surprise tomorrow?
You are going to do it today before we leave class. And we'll finish designing and playing our games tomorrow. All right, groups. Jack, Henry, Connor, Jenna. Go back to your spot where you were. Julia, Peyton, Owen, Elliot. Wyatt, Diego, Kate, Meyer, Brianna, Sophie, James, Louie.
Use the iPad.
Everybody get it together. Continue working, and I'll just let you know in a moment.
So, you have this try flicking certain words into your group.
Okay, now I am ready. Look at me. Show me what you guys are doing.
Everybody gets to make their own section. Like the middle section. You guys take a paper game. You won't make a game that's paper. Jack, I just did something. There's a tiny hat on me. You do have that. So is everybody
get stuck in mud.
Yeah. Where did you get that?
Jack and Henry, come over here, buddy. So let's be flexible. We just learned the word flex. Or to curve. So you guys are going to come up with an come back with your team, buddy.
Everybody make your own little thing.
We have 7 minutes, guys. 7 minutes. Wow, interesting.
We're making a game board too.
I noticed.
Where's the bottom?
Get stuck in mud.
Where's the bottom? We make two things.
Now get stuck in
Where's the
mud.
bottom blue?
What should
Are we allowed to have two things? Yeah. Well, no. That's two blue.
So did we come up with an idea for everybody?
Yeah.
Are we good? Come up with our idea?
Maybe this. Maybe we should make. We're gonna make 12 sections that. Just make one section. Here, we connect them in one big.
Oh, look at that problem solving.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm doing.
I basically made the whole That's her. Okay, Romania. That's I like bubbles in the it's like
So tell me, what is it? Which root words are you going to use? Are you going to create your own root words? You're going to use those. Okay. So how many players can play it? What are the rules of the game? 4 people can play. You have rules for the game?
I want to fold it so you can store it easily. That way, yeah. You want to fold it? No. And black. No, we still look really weird. What is called black? That says you can head to oh yeah.
How's it going?
Oh yeah, and like people would tell you most coins or something. Yeah.
2 more minutes. You have 2 more minutes and we will be finishing up our games tomorrow. Hey, Julia and Peyton, show me what it is that you guys are doing. Okay, but what are you doing? Show me on your iPad.
Go back to start.
Peyton and Julia, show me what you're doing. I want to see your iPad so I can see it. That's okay. Show me what it is that you're doing. I thought you're very creative that you guys the idea to create the instructions on the iPad using coding. Oh, well, you were going to do coding. If you can hear my voice clap once, if you can hear my voice clap twice, give me 5 and freeze. Your job right now is to go to your desk, take the Socratic quiz. You may leave your materials where they are. And we will clean up right after we come back from Phi-Ed. So take your Socratic quiz and then come to the rug after you put your iPad away. I should see all bodies stopping working on their games, going to their desks, and taking their Socratic quiz a second time. When you finish with your Socratic quiz, you may return it to the iPad and line up for Phi-Ed. Finishing up your Socratic quiz, we need to be at PE in 2 minutes. Finished, you may quietly line up.